Hi, Pete Krainik here with the CMO Club. What I want to do is give you a quick background on myself, talk a little bit about the club, but most importantly, I'm constantly being asked by new members, how do I get the most out of the club? So I wanted to share that with you. So my background, M&Mrs, 15 years, was GM at Siebel Systems, was the Chief Marketing Officer at DoubleClick a few years ago, and then most recently EVP of Marketing at Avaya. Basically, as a CMO like yourself, I got tired of going to lousy CMO events that were vendor-driven agenda, not what I call CMO-worthy conversations, and not really driven by us as CMOs, and that was really the problem. So started hosting dinners 2.5 years ago. It started as a labor of love. It's turned into a full-time job for me, leading the club. So what's the club about? As you saw from the dinner, it's really focused on, this is our club to do what we want, right? So it's exclusively for heads of marketing. We try to focus on CMO-worthy conversations, and then the focus is to provide you access to your peers around the world to help you be a better CMO. All right, so how do we get the most out of the club? First thing is accessing your peers. We have over 700 members in the club. We're adding about 30 new CMOs a month. We're in 18 cities in the US. Our first dinner in Toronto this week, which will be expanding there and into Canada, as well as London, Geneva, Paris. Next week I have my first dinners in Prague, Kiev, and Moscow. So reach out, go to thecmoclub.com, request membership. Once I approve you, then you can start accessing your peers. So that's the first thing today. The power of the access to your peers, first thing. The second thing, and that is the club is really designed for, it's really a give to get. It's not a publisher model where we're pushing content out, tied into ads and things like that. So as you have a question, go to the forum section, ask a question. If you run across a good piece of research, put it in the thought leadership library. And then likewise, go in the same way, go in and cite yourself and find out what other research is there. We have a weekly poll question. You have over 100 CMOs a week respond. It takes 5 seconds. Pop in once a week, respond to the question, and then start using that in your business as well. So I think it's really, the thing I can emphasize enough is the site. It's not a website, it's a community, basically, platform for you to share. I think the third thing is, think through what you would like to do with the club, right? This is your club. So I think one of the big things in Toronto I'd love to do is how do we take and use this group and your insights to elevate the really value of marketing and the professional nature of marketing in Toronto and beyond. That's what's happening in other cities. If there's a question you would love to submit for the weekly poll question that would help you, how would you like to have 100 CMOs respond to a question for you? If there's a piece of research we should do. If there's a CMO you would like to meet, give me a call. I'm happy to help. All right, I also get a number of questions. I want to explain real briefly the difference between the basic membership and the premium membership. Basic membership, $4.95 a year, really gives you access to the club, access to the site, and access to the dinners, priority access, because we will cut it off at 20 or so for dinners, and members will obviously be able to come to the dinners before outside or first-time CMOs. You then pay for each dinner by yourself. We treat it for the first one, but going forward, every CMO pays for the dinner to keep it vendor-free. You pay for your summits. We do 2 a year. We have one coming up in San Francisco, most likely November 3rd and 4th. We'll have probably 80 to 100 CMOs there. Really suggest to come be part of that. You pay for the summits with the basic membership, etc. What's happened is a number of CMOs are saying, look, rather than having being charged by the drink, etc., just give me one payment for the year. I can expense it, and then I can, and get that out of the way. So for $29.95 or about $3,000, you basically go to both summits, any dinners you want. And by the way, that's a good point. Any dinner throughout the U.S. or throughout the world you can go to as a member. The premium membership gives you that payment, as well as access to some premium research. So I hope that was valuable. Thank you.